In the dry brush of southern Africa, a snake lies coiled. It kills more people across Africa than any other snake. Common, well hidden, and quick to strike. A small animal walks straight toward it. It attacks. The snake strikes back. Fangs sink into the animal's face. A full dose from a snake that kills people. The animal shakes. Its legs fold. It collapses into the dirt, still, silent, apparently dead. 2 hours later, it stands back up. It shakes off the dust, and it finishes eating the snake that just killed it. This is the honey badger. By the end of this video, you will understand why so few animals on Earth are willing to fight this one, and why, if you ever had to, your odds would be close to nothing. This animal is not big. It is not fast. It stands about a foot tall at the shoulder. A big male weighs about as much as a mid-sized dog. By size alone, it should be prey. Lions live here. Leopards, hyenas, pythons. Everything on this land is built to eat something smaller than itself. The honey badger is smaller than almost all of them, and it does not care. Its scientific name is Mellivora capensis. It lives across Africa, through the Middle East, into the deserts of India. Dry land, hard land. The kind of place that kills soft animals fast. In 2002, the Guinness Book of World Records gave it a title, Most Fearless Animal on Earth. It eats almost anything. Snakes, scorpions, rodents dug straight out of the ground, bird eggs, roots, honey. It has been seen stealing kills from lions, and it will chase a leopard off its own meal. It lives alone, walks for miles every night, and answers to nothing. The question is, how something this small gets to live like this? To answer that, we have to take the honey badger apart, piece by piece. We start with the skin. Its skin is thick, up to 6 millimeters across the neck and back, tough enough to blunt teeth, claws, and quills. But thickness is not the trick. The trick is that the skin is loose. When a leopard clamps down on the neck, the honey badger does something almost no other animal can do. It turns around inside its own skin. The body rotates. The skin stays where it is. And suddenly the thing you thought you had pinned is facing you, mouth open, claws free, and very much awake. Honey badgers raid beehives, hundreds of stings at once, straight into the skin. For most animals, it would be lethal. The badger keeps digging. The loose hide takes the stings the way a thick coat takes the rain. It eats the honey, eats the larvae, and walks off while the hive is still trying to fight back. The claws run up to 1.5 inches long, curved and heavy, built for digging through ground, so hard a shovel would bounce off it. A honey badger can dig itself out of sight in a few minutes. It tunnels after prey. It tunnels to escape. It has even been filmed digging its way out of a cell built to hold it. Those same claws work just as well on flesh, and the jaws behind them can crack the shell of a tortoise. Venom does not care how thick your skin is. Once it is in, it is in. A cobra's bite shuts down the nervous system. The venom locks onto tiny receptors in your muscles, the switches your nerves use to tell your body to move. When those switches go dark, your muscles stop listening, your lungs quit, you suffocate while fully awake. That is how it kills a human. The honey badger eats cobras. Evolution changed the honey badger's receptors. The switches that the venom is built to grab, they no longer fit. The poison arrives, reaches for the lock, and slides off. A small change in the shape of one part of the body turns one of nature's deadliest weapons into an inconvenience. Now, this is not full immunity. A big enough dose still hits hard. The badger goes down for an hour, sometimes two. It lies there looking dead. And then it wakes up, gets to its feet, and goes back to eating the exact snake that put it on the ground. A venom that ends a human life is, to this animal, a nap. And it is not only snakes. Scorpion stings, bee stings, the defenses that keep other predators away, the honey badger walks through all of them. The things nature built to say stay back, it treats as a menu. For most animals, an encounter with an African bee or a cobra means certain death. For a badger named Barry, it's just another Tuesday. In one documented case, a badger received an incredible 106 bee stings in one sitting and carried on as if nothing had happened. Even when they invade a colony of wild African bees, which are known to defend their brood with suicidal fervor, the badger appears completely unmoved by thousands of stings. He ignores the barrage of poison for the caloric reward, the protein and fat-rich larvae from the comb. But the most dangerous thing about a honey badger is not on its body at all, it is behind the eyes. A lion fights on instinct, the honey badger thinks. There was one named Stoffel. He lived at a rehabilitation center in South Africa, and he became famous for one reason. Nobody could keep him in. They built him an enclosure. He climbed out. They raised the walls. He rolled stones to the wall, stood on them, and climbed out again. They took the stones away. He dragged over a rake, propped it up, and used it as a ladder. When the keepers removed everything he could climb, Stoffel started packing balls of mud into a mound, letting it dry, and using that. At one point, he figured out how to open the gate latch with his paws, so they changed the latch. Researchers who work with them will tell you the same thing. Give a honey badger a locked box and enough time, and it does not give up. Very few animals on Earth behave that way. A honey badger does it in a body that barely reaches your knee. And here is the part that turns intelligence into something darker. Stoffel once escaped and wandered into the lion enclosure. The lions mauled him. He barely lived. He healed. He got out of the medical pen, and the first thing he did was go straight back to the lions to try again. Honey badgers have been recorded standing up to buffalo, to lions, to rhinos. It stands up to them to make them leave, and it usually works, because nothing about the badger backs down. When it commits to a fight, it does not aim to score points. It bites whatever it can reach again and again, and it does not stop when it is hurt. Pain is not information the honey badger uses. There is an old story among people who live near them, that a cornered honey badger goes low and goes for the soft parts and does not let go. A honey badger does not want you. You are not food. 9 times out of 10 it hears you coming, and it is gone before you ever know it was there. But corner one, trap it, get between it and its escape, or its young. Now you are in a fight with an animal that cannot be gripped, cannot be poisoned, cannot be scared, and will not stop while it is still breathing. Its claws are built to tear through packed earth. One of the most fascinating examples of its tenacity is its fight with a porcupine. Hundreds of quills can remain embedded in a badger's shoulders and ribs, acting as cruel stitches. But the badger doesn't back down. It methodically uses its incisors to sift the quills from its skin, rubbing itself against tree roots to grind them down. Even with the quill fragments still deeply buried, the badger continues its search for food. There is a lesson buried in this animal, and it has nothing to do with fear. The honey badger did not become the most fearless creature on Earth by being the biggest, or the fastest, or the strongest. It is just an animal that never learned to be afraid of anything, including us.